Well, Priest has been like the toughest matchup for all of my Shaman decks. This one I think is probably better because it has fewer cards that kind of just sit and rot. And has this Bloodlust. Bloodlust is a really big deal against Priest.
The calm before the storm. I see a vision in flames.
Slightly awkward with the Tolvir here because I don't actually have another elemental to activate at the moment. Though this isn't necessarily a matchup where that's hugely important. This may seem a little weird, but I have Bloodlust, so I kind of want to try and retain my board, and Voltaic Burst Bloodlust is good at like actually punching through things. Are we just getting Duskbreakered? Scale Rift, okay. That's annoying too. This hand is real clunky. Got a bunch of expensive end game stuff and not really much early game stuff. Hey, look, right on time. Alright, Chiro's get down. Get him. Mask spell. Okay. Face. Oh, my opponent would be dead if I just was able to cast that. If I had 8 mana, I would have Electra Bloodlust. And that would be 29 damage. I think I had Bloodlust anyway for 17. I don't want to Hero Power because very likely my opponent will want to Psychic Scream this board. No? Okay. Oh, okay. That's great. I didn't want to draw that anyway. So, I mean, I think that, by the way, helps show that Bloodlust is, one of those cards that in this matchup, like, my early game was garbage. I barely did anything in early turns, but, I'm able to force the issue with the Bloodlust here. Now my opponent has to deal with this and heal himself, or else he dies to Kalamos. Yep, you're dead to Kalamos. So, boom.
By the elements combined.
Boom. So yeah, I do think that the Bloodlust makes a huge difference. Priest is like typically like a really bad matchup for this style of Shaman deck, and Bloodlust is a card that can massively swing those sort of games. Why no Zentimo? Zentimo's a card that I have considered in this deck. I think Zentimo actually has some good arguments once you have Hex and Earthen Might and all the single target burn spells like Zap and Bolt. I think Zentimo's not like a terrible idea. How do you do a Spell Hunter? Mostly you attack them. Alakir and Kalamos are both really good against Spellstones, so is Voltaic Burst or Thunderhead and the Overload spell plus Flame Tongue. Also, Tar Creeper and Tolvir are good. I like Tolvir more than I like Corpse Taker against Spell Hunter because it survives weapon hit plus flanking strike, whereas Corpse Taker dies to that. It's possible that like the Fire Elemental could be a Zentimo in this deck. I think that's not unreasonable. Or like the Unbound Elemental. Both of those are kind of like stuff filling holes. why Revolve Shaman aren't Death Knight these days. You don't have stuff like Doppelgangster that Death Knight's really good with, and Hagatha is a better Death Knight in, you know, a huge percentage of situations. Real Star Knight, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. And starting a new deck, how do you typically evaluate it's not worth the time? I mean, it's not a matter of the record, it's a matter of how the games feel when you play them out. Like, if the games, you know, feel close and it feels like fundamentally what your deck is doing is powerful, then, you know, stick with it, try changing some things, figure out what's going wrong. You know, like when I started yesterday, you know, people were giving me flack. They're like, oh, you know, you were like, I was like 1 in 3 to start the stream, and then I finished the stream with like over a 70% win rate. Double Flame Tongue. Cute. We can set up to Calamos this thing when it dies. Okay. Just gonna play dead that a bunch.
My shield.
Ooh, okay. That's slightly annoying. Well, I could set up for the Calamos. It would leave him with a lot of stuff on the board. If I, like, Fire Elemental this and then just kill this guy, he ends up with a bunch of stuff. I can, like, Voltaic Burst. But if I Voltaic Burst, then I can't Calamos. Yeah, I think I'm just doing this. I could, like, coin Voltaic Burst and just kill 2 of these here. I think I like just being able to coin Calamos next turn. And then we still have Flame Tongue and Voltaic Burst for other stuff. Obviously, it depends on what he, you know, does in his turn. You've been watching a VOD for the last 15 minutes without exit, without realizing it wasn't live. That's kind of funny. Okay, so I can... Well, we don't have to necessarily Calamos this turn because it gives him a guy. We could Voltaic Flame Tongue Tolvir, which is actually probably better at this point.
When Earth moves, empires
So now we can't Calamos next turn, but we can Alakir. So if our opponent plays, say, Kathrena, we also have this Flame Tongue up, so if we draw, like, you know, Thunderhead or another Voltaic. Okay, thinking strike. I think we probably Hero Power, Firefly attack this, bolt this.
quake before the earth.
I want to Earth Invite that so I don't just get blown out by... Maybe I shouldn't because I have the Alec here, but I don't want to get, like, just blown out by a Rexar, my entire board. King Crush, okay. Well, I have to kill it, so... Bloodlust is only 12. We only have 1 card. Do I just, like, attack here, attack, face, make guys with Calamos?
By the elements combined.
Just don't Rexar me. Should have hero powered. I'd rather have these. They do a damage.
Your weakness betrays you.
You did. That was sweet. And I think it's another example of a place where Bloodlust is good, where you need to actually close the game against the really powerful mid-range deck, like, Death Rattle Hunter. So not just against Priest, also his applications elsewhere.